Hey there, it's Gone Gaming here, back for another episode of I'm Stuck, Please Help Me. This is brought to you by water. We all drink water. I'm sponsored by water. Water keeps me alive, and I hope it can keep all of you alive too. Moving on to the content. If you like it, please leave please drop a sub. Please leave a like. Let's move on. So I've talked about regional pieces, and I just wanted to highlight this. This just popped up. This guy got decent drops on his 6-star Hydra Empire suit, and that he got crit rate, crit damage. But he also got guard damage and accuracy rate, which are, mediocre. Especially as Iron Man, the guard damage is fairly meaningless. This is just a good example of you don't really get to choose these stats when you get regional pieces, because you just have to take what you can take, get what you can get, and it is what it is. I'm just making sure my Black Widow stays locked onto this spider because I need to kill it for my most wanted. Okay, so we have covered the most important stats, in my opinion, out of costumes and battle badges. You saw just on my Black Widow alone, whenever I rotate off of this, we lose 260,000 power. More than half of my power is coming from costumes and battle badges. So a lot of stuff there. Other things that you can work on, and this is going to matter as soon as we can kill this stupid screaming spider. I'm going to show you what I mean on how it can make such a big difference when you are starting out. Are the base stat increases. So not the percentages, but the base stat increases. And you're going to find a lot of those when you are a very first brand new player come from unexpected places. We're going to select off here. I've been building Captain America because in the squad training tree, which I've already done a video on, you have to do a level 100 Captain America before you can do a level 100 Black Widow for the potential reports here. So when I come to squad training, this is always a little tough to do on a computer. I have to press a key on it. Anyway, you don't care. In order to get the Black Widow one, you have to do the Captain America one, and I really need those potential reports for Black Widow to increase her crit damage and her crit rate, which will make a huge difference for my character. You guys know how I've built her. I'm really enjoying Black Widow. She's really fun to play, especially to min-max as a free-to-play player who took 2 weeks off in the beta with, or the soft launch rather, with all the sweaty tryhards. So we're just going to click into a match here to just showcase this. I think we're going to get queued into a boss here pretty soon. We just beat Yellow Jacket, so if this is giving anything away, spoiler alerts for you now. Just note that that's a thing. Somebody else just got that Iron Man Hydra armor set too. That's kind of cool. Good for them. Alright, so when you queue in to the boss matches, they have now updated it where it's going to tell you a recommended power level. I think it's super helpful. I'm really glad they did it. Okay, so here we have our Revolution. Recommended power level is 39,200. My current power is 93,443. And we're going to hop into that in just a second. But first, I really want to come in here and show you where a lot of that is coming from. I'll tell you where it's not coming from on my Captain America. His battle badges and armor. Now, that does make some of a difference, but this is like 25,000 instead of the 240,000 that is for Black Widow. And it does take his upgrade guide from E to D, so that's nice. But you'll note here that I got really crappy rolls on his costume. So the one I want is actually the Secret Empire for no, it's not. The Sentinel of Liberty is the one that I'm trying to go for, World War II. And I only have that in the boots, which give me HP recovery, so really trashy. This is kind of like the ultimate, you don't want to get crappy rolls. Well, I got them. So if you're feeling crappy about your Captain America, come here, laugh at me, and then feel better about what you had. But yeah, I'm just really struggling to get these World War II rolls. We're just going to keep grinding through. Hopefully we'll be able to get some reasonable drops. Now, if you're playing through as an alt, it's going to be a little bit easier for you. You'll have accumulated more 5 and 6 star badges. These do make a difference. You know, they're not meaningless, but at level 20, you know, the Kingpin badges are only so good. 176 attack is better than nothing, and as a percentage makes up a reasonable value of my pure attack. But these are not where the most stats are coming from, and I think you're going to be a little bit surprised here as we walk through where all of my stats are coming from. So let's jump into the level and break this down. So you can see here his base attack is around 300, his base defense is around 300, his base HP is around 3000, and then everything on top of that is being added. Some of these are base scores of 100% that he's just getting topped off, so stamina recovery, ultimate gauge recovery, etc. However you want to pronounce that. So you can see here from costume, 600 attack, 133 defense. Again, not nothing, but pretty low. I am getting a decent amount of attack from his costume. That's kind of nice. And then from battle badges, a similar story being told here. Nothing really great. We haven't, you know, keyed these in very well. And we're at such a low level that we can't do cores. A lot of people are getting stuck on crossbones, which is before you can do cores. So note that, you know, you don't have a lot of ways of tweaking, min-maxing like we did on my Black Widow. Here we really are constrained by what's available to us as a low power, low level unit. But things that you can do to really slingshot your progress forward are to start working on your other characters. And you're going to note here, just from titles alone, I'm getting almost half of my total HP. Or sorry, closer to over a third of what I'm getting. So, you know, almost half, between a half and a third. A third of my HP is coming from titles. Well, what are titles? How do I get new titles? How do I level up all these titles? Well, it's a pure, simple, easy way to describe it is you play as all the characters. So you do get some of these, you know, 22 out of your 103 total tiles come from just playing through the game. So getting one character to go through and complete all of these missions is really good. You get your final one in Midgardia. So you can min-max that once you get to Midgardia. So even if you're stuck on Ares, Maestro, even Laufey or Laufey, you get Elf Eradicator before you even get to Laufey. So you have to, it's when you beat Malekith. So, and Malekith is before Laufey. And you're going to get the 22 of these once you get that far. Now, a lot of people are getting stuck a little bit earlier, but you're getting to Exterminator by the time you beat Yellow Jacket. And from my experience, most people are beating Yellow Jacket fairly easy. Little Big Hero, Hero of Legend. So all of these are coming well before that point. So you're going to get a reasonable number of these, of all of these badges just by leveling up. You know, Hydra American Hero, you get pretty early into Hydra. Ninja Warrior, you get in New Stark City. I think Nova Centurion does come a little bit later when you do Inevitable Thanos in Xanderth. So, you know, I'd say you probably could get about half of the mission titles. But the hero titles, you get one every 10 levels for each character you play. So playing through as each character is going to get you some really good value in your titles. Bouncing over here, just to kind of walk you through where this comes from, you're going to click on the gift, and you're going to be getting these as you do the hero level up event. And that's where you're going to claim your titles. You're also going to get potential, and you're going to get squad rank every time you rank up. You get some like squad power upgrades every time you rank up as each individual character. I would funnel those all to your main character so you can get the maximum value out of each of those squad rank upgrades. If you don't know how to do that, you just come in here, you click on squad storage, you click on whatever you want to move over. So this upgrade manual is one example. Just going to ping that over into this one. You can see my Fury's classified data, Stark's blueprint, and Pym's research log are all in here as well. I can now pull those onto my main character and use those to upgrade my squad power through these 3 upgrades. And note that these, I think, max out at like level 300. So you have a long way to go. This is definitely a long farm, and you're going to get some value out of that. So you're double dipping here, essentially, though, by leveling up each character to wherever you are currently blocked. And I can tell you from personal experience that as you do that, you know, when you level up a character who also gets stuck at crossbones, you can go back to your main character, and you might have enough strength now, enough power now, to easily power through that next boss fight, even though you feel really stuck. And we're just going to jump in here to kind of showcase this from my perspective as Captain America, who's benefiting from my level 100 Star-Lord, my level 100 Black Widow. Yes, I know that's further than you, but I'm just to like really illustrate this and how much of an impact these make. I'm going to outline a couple of things. Number one, I've selected the skills that I want. You unlock them automatically by just leveling up. But I've done nothing to upgrade any of them. Not a single skill has been upgraded. Not once, not now, not ever. I'll upgrade it when I get some time later on and I feel truly stuck with him. But for right now, he has no upgraded skills. I did shuttle some Omega cards onto him, but by the time you got to level 30, I would expect you to have at least several 2 stars here. Maybe not these like full sets per se. But when I break down the character, you know, if you want to read the story, go do that on your own time. I'm not going to try to spoil too much of the story here. But basically here, I'm just going to ignore this entire fight. I'm not going to even click dodge. I'm not going to attack. I've upgraded no skills. I have very trash armor. You should have better armor than me from watching my armor video, finding a good set, and focusing your efforts on getting that set. I don't have any of those. I have a broken 4-piece set with 3 2 stars and 1 1 star. I don't even have all 6 battle badges done because I keep crunching up the 6s that I get dropped from completing missions. I've done no side quests. I'm just leveling him raw without doing anything. And Captain America, from everyone I've talked to, is not the easiest leveling experience. He does have some nice passive buffs for his defense, etc. I haven't equipped those. These are all just kind of his basic, most damaging skills, so I can try to complete content as quickly as possible. But look, we're just going to keep powering through this as I outline some other tips here. So level up those alternate characters. That's going to get you these title scores, which again, almost a third of all of my stats on those base alpha stats, HP, defense, and attack, are coming from that. Sometimes you do have to do the dodge here on Ultron and Kingtron, but that happened for like my second and third characters I leveled. But here, we're just going to get double hit here. We don't care. It's barely a tickle. Although to be fair too, if you do get down and you stop paying attention when you have these high inflated stats as your third or fourth character that you're playing as an alt, you're gonna die really slowly, but you're also gonna heal really slowly. All right, so Kingtron's gonna drop. Like, we'll see. Okay, we did go up to 100% there, but I bet if we get bashed down, I'm not gonna press this dodge, this guard break. We're just gonna take it from Kingtron. All right, so we're down 15% here. And you can see the heal goes up to 72%. I do have, Captain America does have reasonable guard break, but so does Kingtron. So we're all getting dazed, stunned, confused, etc. But again, you can pretty much level up most of these characters with some moderate touches on these bosses. And note that all of these side characters never do any damage, so stop thinking that you can rely on them for anything whatsoever. But I think we did dip down to 50, but I don't think we're ever going to go below 50% here. Never had to do anything for this mission but click skip and next. Everything happened automatically, easily progressing. So, you know, again, this is just kind of the fringe, the very outside, the extreme, what have you, of how to level a character and how to get through easily. But I'm just really trying to underscore a point here That battle badges and armor make a big difference once you hit about level 50. Up until that point, though, these raw base stats coming from title, squad power, are really going to be the biggest thing. So alliance or percentage, Omega cards only give you a little bit of stats. They really don't matter so much in the early game, much more of an end game thing. But squad power here, almost a third. Titles over a third. So squad power gets a lot of focus and attention because it does get these percentage increases, and it is something that you can build up over time, that you can accrue those PIM's research logs, Fury's classified data, and Stark's blueprints to upgrade your armor, defense, and HP, and then to get these percent increases to those bonus stats. But they really don't even matter as much as just playing through the game as different characters. So I hope this was a good, helpful breakdown to each of you, especially if you're feeling really stuck, to give you some concrete explanations for how these are working, how you can level up your character, and how you can break through some of these barriers that are really holding you back. Until next time, though, friends, good luck out there. Have some fun. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.